to this country.
If you refuse to leave on the federal regulation,
gonna get arrested.
For my fellow neighbors.
And they're acting like this is so unfair and so unjust. Look at these lunatics. Wow, look at all the press. You got more cameras up in here than you have activists, and some of these people are politicians, including one guy who's running for mayor.
if you leave, you will be placed under arrest.
This is the scene outside the courthouse. Look at them all being led away. Apparently, in addition to the 10 or so elected representatives who got detained, a whole bunch of activists were taken in too, about 72 people in total. They're solving nothing. They're defending criminals. Look at these lunatics. This is crazy though. Look at them all waiting here for the bus. Now their hands are all zip tied, but look at this woman right here. She's holding a sign in her teeth. Who put that sign in her teeth? Everyone here is handcuffed. That's what I really want to know. Who's helping these people continue to be advocates as they get loaded up on the corrections vans? Could be anyone. New York City's lost its mind.
Protesters chanted during an outside sit-in in front of a driveway of 26 Federal Plaza, objecting to the treatment of detainees held there.
If you remain in the roadway and
oh my goodness,
the sidewalk, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct.
They want to be arrested. That's the problem.
Making arrests, including of public advocate Jumaane Williams.
What is happening is an imposing fear and literally kidnapping our neighbors, people who have nothing to do very often with anything
these
to do
people
with
just want an opportunity to get in front of the camera and remind us that they exist.
And hoping ICE is following a federal judge's ruling to make things better inside. But they say they never got a chance.
They were laughing on the other side, like the cruelty.
This guy ran for mayor, the comptroller. He could have been running New York.
We make clear we weren't leaving until they let us see, and eventually they
He doesn't know what he's even saying.
On Wednesday, a U.S. District Court granted a preliminary injunction that would improve conditions for people detained by ICE there. The order prohibits ICE from detaining people in spaces of less than 50 square feet. It also requires ICE to improve access to hygiene products, including adequate soap, and to ensure detainees can make confidential calls to their lawyers within 24 hours of being detained.
This is inside the detention center.
On the floor and across the room, and this is
just these people are all arrested in New York.
There.
The video obtained by the New York Immigration Coalition shows approximately 30 people in the cell with few basic necessities and broken toilets. These holding facilities were designed for immigrants facing deportation to be held for less than 24 hours before they could be transferred to bigger facilities.
And that's the thing. People are in here for less than 24 hours, and whoever shot this video to get these activists all upset, did they create these conditions ahead of time? I don't know. These people did this just to get up and get on TV and remind the world that they exist. They're so starved for attention, they decided to act like children when they're grown adults, elected representatives. Terrible. Look at them. These are children. They're so outraged. All of a sudden, you know what? They're not getting enough attention. Well, now they are, but for the wrong reasons.
We said we weren't leaving until they let us in.
You probably needed an appointment.
They arrested the 11 of us. Meanwhile, 70 more New Yorkers were out on Duane Street, blocking the driveway from which ICE vans transport people who have been illegally detained to detention facilities elsewhere around the country.
I wonder how many of these people are Antifa members secretly.
And we're not going to allow ICE or a president set on making our neighbors into non-persons.
It's the greatest immigrant city the world has ever known, perhaps, but those are not illegal immigrants that make New York great. No, that's not what's happening here at all. This is ridiculous. These New Yorkers who've lost their minds are jealous of what's happening in Chicago and not here. These lunatic New Yorkers, they wish there was a massive ICE operation going on so that they could do this. Like Captain America right here. Look at him. Look at him rushing in. Oh, there goes Captain America. There he goes. Captain America. When they take his mask off, who will they find underneath it? I don't know. Look at this. This is crazy, man. They want this to be happening in New York. They're so upset that all the attention for the resistance movement to react to is in Chicago and not in New York. That's why the leaders of New York decided to get arrested. They wish they could be out here with these Antifa people. This is so ridiculous and so lawless. Look, they're arresting a couple of people back here behind that truck, and this truck is just trying to go somewhere. They're trying to do their job and get people safely out of here. These activists don't even realize they're putting every single fugitive here in danger with this ridiculous behavior. Now, this is crazy. Look at these people. Absolutely insane. Is he gonna throw that grenade into the crowd? Yep, there it is. And here comes smoke. And it's moving people slowly out of the way. You gotta give the federal agents some credit here. These guys are so well restrained. This is all. These people should all be arrested, man. These are the Antifa political violence people. And this is how they get their kicks. They don't work. They don't have families to support. They have no responsibility. They just come out here and do this. It's terrible. Look at this. Notice the ICE facility here is all boarded up. The federal government boarded this place up before they moved in and started using it in Chicago. Because apparently, these activities in Chicago, this resistance, if you want to call it that, it's going on 24 hours a day. Look, here's that same every ICE agent will be held to account sign. They want to unmask ICE agents. They want to figure out who they are. They want to find them. This is very frightening. Oh, they're going to open the gate. What's going to happen? Here they come. But they don't want to move. So now look, people are getting arrested. They're not even getting arrested. They're just moving them out of the way. They're not even arresting that person. They need to arrest more people now. Oh, they just did. They just did. And you know, these people are going to say, oh, ICE was so rough with me. They were so mean to me. I was impeding a federal operation after I was told to leave, and they were so awful. They're just brutes. That's what they're going to say. But really, the brutes are these people. The brutes are these people, these Antifa members that want to attack law enforcement. Here they are in New York City. Look at these people at a Charlie Kirk memorial in New York. The Antifa crowd showed up, disrupted it, attacked people. Look, the police are overwhelmed. This is crazy. Look at these lunatics.
Rest in peace. I'm wrong for that?
No.
I'm wrong for that?
You're not. Someone
he died trying to tell people, let's be peaceful.
He's not wrong.
Oh, he did it, you dumb.
I don't know about that. I don't know who
children being there's literally video evidence.
Who did it though?
The reason that these people are so outraged is because they believe lies. Like the lies of people like Jimmy Kimmel, who they put out and say that, oh, this guy he had it coming, he was a nasty guy. Like, come on. We're living in two alternate realities here. You got people like this person on the screen here slapping their hands that believe something that never happened, and they're angry about it, and they're trying to take violent action because of it. Here we have a peaceful protest. Look at this. Peaceful. A peaceful protest. A peaceful show of support. No cursing. No violence. No masks. No one's hiding. No one's ashamed to be here. No one thinks they're going to be arrested for being here. This is in California, of all places. No one's wearing a mask. No one's hiding. No littering. No destruction.
We're at a time where people in our communities are being scapegoated in order to continue to shift the balance of power, and people are less safe because of it.
If someone's an illegal immigrant
a spokesperson
and
for
they
ICE
are arrested for that,
demanded
what's
the
the
release
problem?
of people with criminal backgrounds and added, quote, another day, another activist politician pulling a stunt in an attempt to get their 15 minutes of fame while endangering DHS personnel and detainees. DHS also said the building was later placed on lockdown due to a bomb threat. ICE claims federal elected officials do not have access to the 10th floor holding cells because they are temporary facilities and not detention convention centers. Reporting live from Lower Manhattan, Christina Fan, CBS News.
Okay, so here's the thing. These local politicians in New York, they'll do whatever they can to be on the top of the news.